that very few athletes can ever have. You know, the Tiger Woods and the Michael Jordans. You know, it's funny. I was getting to know him more since he retired. You know, yeah, this is a tough one. I don't. I mean, we have to go play. I mean, the news is just so devastating for Vanessa and his family, and there's just so many people he touched, you know. And you know, it's looking at my young players and seeing how emotional they are. They didn't even know him, you know, and it just tells you how far his reach was. So, I mean, this is just shocking news for all of us. And sorry, I don't have a lot to say. I just can't. I have to go talk to a team before a game and tell them to play a game.
What was your last interaction with Kobe like?
That was great. We were at a function about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and we sat and talked for probably 45 minutes. You know, we always like to reminisce. We would always laugh at our versions of our losses. You know, when we beat them in 2008, he had his version, and when they beat us in 2010, I had my version, and we would laugh at how different we looked at the games. You know, this is a great loss for the league, and I thought he had so much more left to do. You know, and he was starting to do it. Never seen him happier, you know. So, I don't know.
Do you feel blessed that you were able to?
Yeah, I'm lucky that I was part. You know, I'm lucky that I, you know, got to coach and compete, you know, against him, and you know, and I feel for so many people. I mean, it's obviously his family. You know, I can't imagine. You know, Lou played with him. Ty Lue played with him. Cliff coached with him. Kawhi was very, very close with him, and so was Paul George. And he meant a lot of good for our league, and especially the competitive part of our league. So, you know, sometimes things don't make sense, you know, and there's times you should feel, you know, you just feel sad, you know, and this is one of them, and you know, you have to get through it. We all will. We all have to be strong. You know, we laughed and joked about the mama mentality. You know, we're all going to need it right now. You know, and there's nobody. I think everybody right now is a Laker fan. You know, we're all Lakers today. You feel for that community, for Jeannie and everyone else. I think people think because you compete against people sometimes that you don't have a relationship with them and you don't like, and it's probably the exact opposite. I think sometimes the more you compete, the more respect you have for the opponent. You know, I would say that's the way I felt with Kobe, and so that's all. I just don't have a lot to say.
It's just really, really emotional sound from Doc Rivers there, in tears, frankly, uncontrollably crying after news broke of Kobe Bryant's death. And I just want to say there were several games played in the NBA today. Of course, some people online were critical of that, but very difficult to cancel a game in the last moment for many reasons. But it was a really hard day, and imagine how hard it was for players to get out there and play today. So many of them were in tears. Tim Duncan was crying, Tyson Chandler was crying, Austin Rivers was crying. Just so many people who were in tears today and had to find the strength to play a basketball game after this shocking news that really shocked the NBA to its core.
And for coaches like Doc Rivers, who has to rev up his team, fire them up for the next team, that's when he choked up the most, when he goes, I have to go into the locker room and talk to these young guys and tell them what's going on and just and still try to motivate them to play a good game.
Hard to imagine.
All right. Well, continuing coverage of the loss of a legend, Kobe Bryant, continues right after this short break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.